Hello and welcome to this free extended tutorial for the piano version of Sorry by Joshua Bassett. The sheet music for this arrangement can be purchased exclusively on musicnotes.com along with all other piano version arrangements. The play-along version is advanced difficulty, but in this tutorial I'll give you some easy workarounds and different options to suit an easier skill level. Please hit subscribe to catch all the latest piano versions as they come out, and you can request piano versions of songs that you would like to hear or learn in the comments below. Sorry is in the key of A minor. That means it's got no sharps and flats, A minor being the relative minor to C major. Okay, so we'll start with the intro. The intro seems very tricky when you hear it, but it's actually just a repetition of shapes. So we start with an A minor 7 chord. So the very first notes we play, in the right hand we've got our thumb on middle C, index finger on E, and fourth finger on G, if it's easier to do it with your third finger and fifth finger. It really doesn't matter, whatever is most comfortable for you. And your right hand is going to follow those three notes up the keyboard in octaves. And each time we play them, we do a roll, which means we play from the lowest note to the highest note, C, E, G. And we're going to go, and then the next octave, all with your pedal down, next octave, top octave, then back down. So it goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And whilst you play those, you're just going to hold the A octaves down in the left hand, middle C, octave below middle C, and the two A's below that. So we go 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And then on the last quaver or eighth note, we play a G7 chord. So our left hand goes down to a G, down to two Gs. If the octave is too much of a stretch here, I'd just play the lower notes. Okay, so octave A's, and then on the last half beat, we're going to play a G. And in the right hand, we've just played these three notes back to the middle C. We're going to move down a white note and play B, D, and G with the two G's in the left hand. So it goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and that's the G7. And we're moving down one more to an F major 7. So octave Fs in the left hand, A, middle C, and E with the three fingers that we're using in the right hand. Now, with the movement in the right hand, you can keep them the three fingers that you're using. So I'm using 1, 2, and 4, but you could use 1, 3, and 5 if that's more comfortable. So now we're going to do the same thing with this F major 7 that we've done with the A minor 7, i.e. we're going to go up and down the piano in octaves. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Back down to our starting notes, and then we play the G7, same notes, back up one, so B, D, and F, and octave G's in our left hand. And we're holding down the pedal through all of these bars. We go back to the A minor 7, exactly the same, and the G7 at the end of it, and then this is where, on the fourth bar, we change chord. We play a D7 chord, so we've gone A, G, and then we jump down to octave Ds. We're pretty much 2 octaves below middle C here, and our right hand is going to play 4 notes now: F sharp below middle C, A, middle C, and D. I'm playing those with my thumb, index, third and fourth. You might find it easy to go thumb, index, fourth and fifth. And then we're going to roll that up the octaves. 1, 2, 3, 4. And when we get to the top, my keyboard, which is standard length keyboard, goes to a C, so we just play F sharp, A, and C. That's what it should be on a piano as well, unless you've got an extra long one or an extra short one. 1 and 2 and 3. And that holds there, and we're holding our pedal through that. Then with the pedal still down, taking the higher D in the left hand, we play D, E. So we've gone A and 2 and 3 and 4 and D and 2 and 3, 4, and octave Fs. We're going back to an F major 7, but we're going to start with a lower voicing in the right hand, still doing the octave thing, but this time middle C is our top note with our little finger, A below that, and E below that, and we're going to go 1 and 2 and 3 up to the top C on the keyboard. 1 and 2 and 3. We hold that, we pause there, and then we have this run down, which again sounds more difficult than it is. It's just a shape, and the shape is E, D, C. And we go down an octave. So we've played that top note, we've played that top chord, and then the note that we played, the E we're playing with our thumb, we put our third finger on it and we go E, D, C, octave down, E, D, C, E, D, C, E, D, C. I would recommend when we get to the bottom one, we use our fifth finger, E, D, C, because we're going to play an A minor chord for the beginning of the verse, where E and the C are played with our fifth and thirds. So that run, we've gone the F major 7, middle C, our top note, 1 and 2 and 3, pause, and whether we do the rundown, and we hit that on the 1, and that lines up with "He told her things." Okay, so that last bar, F major 7, pause, and then when you're ready, and you can run that down. I'd start slow, and finishing off with that chord at the end. And you can keep your pedal down through that run, restriking it when you hit the A minor chord. So you just got to build up your speed on that, but it is just a 3-note shape. Okay, so it's very free timing-wise with this, so you can really take it at your own speed. Joshua Bassett kind of gets quicker as he goes up the keyboard and then slows down until he moves the chord. And then back again onto the A minor. So let's have a play through that nice and slow as a practice, starting on the A minor 7, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and D7 and 2 and hold left hand 4 and F major 7, 1 and 2 and 3, run shape, and told her things he knew that she wanted to hear. He's a master puppeteer. And that takes us into the first verse. Now, when we get into the first verse, the tempo changes. So where we've been taking it very freely for the intro, we're now going 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, lots of octaves in the left hand. If those octaves are too much, I'd take the higher one in this case. Okay, so we start back on an A minor, this time no 7. So in the left hand, octaves, an octave below middle C. In the right hand, A, middle C and E. I'm playing them with 1, 3 and 5, thumb, middle finger and little finger. And we go 1, 2, 3 and this next chord, G's in the left hand, octave, 3 and. So it's a similar movement to the intro, because we are going to end up at that F. In the right hand, we've played the A minor, now our little finger is going to stay there, but our thumb is going to move to G, and now our index finger is going to play B. So it becomes a G6 chord. G6 would normally have the D, so you could also call it an E minor over G, but I'm going to call it a G6. So it goes 1, 2, 3 and 4 and. Right hand goes back to the same voicing that we've done with the A minor, A, middle C and E, but making it an F in the left hand makes it an F major 7. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and. We play the same chord for E and. 1, 2, 3 and 4 E and. we go back to the A minor, and this time, if you can, you do a pickup in the left hand on the E that's between the two octaves. 1, 2, 3, and 4 E M. And it's just a little swung to go. 2, 3, and 4 E M to down. And then we repeat what we did in the first bar. A 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we're going to play the same chord, F major 7, same voicing, A, C, and E, octave Fs, and we're going to go 1, 2, E, and we restrike with our thumb. 1, 2, E, and 3, play the C and E to join it. 1, 2, E, and 3, and 4, E. On that and 4 E, that's a little phrase in its own. So your hand is going to move up, and you're going to play E flat, D, C, D, E. 3 and 4 E. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 E. And on the 4 E, we're going to play G. Left hand goes 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 E. Quite difficult. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 E. Now in terms of your fingering on the little trill there, probably the easiest way is to play it with 3, 2 and 1, but that does make it difficult, a little bit more difficult to get back to the A minor that we're going to. I tend to play it with my 4th, 3rd and 2nd finger, and then I'm closer to doing it, but it's really whatever feels most comfortable for you. So that 4th bar goes 1, 2 E and 3 and 4 E and 1. We go back to bar 1. These next 3 bars are the same as the first 3 bars. 1, 2, 3, G6, F major 7, 2, 3 and 4 E and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3. This is the same. And then we've got that same triplet, 1, 2 and 3 and but now on beat 4, we play CB, 1, 2 and 3 and the left hand plays octaves, 1, 2 and 3. And then we just restrike our thumb on beats 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. And you'll notice that now we've got hit a tempo, there's actually a swung 16ths feel to it. So it's 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4, as opposed to 1 E and 2 E and it's da 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 cap. Okay, so let's take it a little bit slower, and we'll take this verse. Okay, we've done the rundown. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 E and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 E and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 E and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so this is how it links in with the vocal. 1, 2, 3, 4. He told her things he knew that she wanted to hear. He's a master puppeteer. She knew the words to every song he's ever sung. She even thought he was the one for years. We're into the pre-chorus. He left her just because. So we go to a chord change here. So we're gone, and we jump down and play a G major chord. We're below middle C in the right hand, so little finger on B, middle finger on G, thumb on D. Octave G's in the left hand. This is the G below the D that we're playing with our thumb. 2, and we do a rhythm here. 1, 2 and 3, 4. This is going to keep similar rhythms through the pre-chorus. 1, 2 and 3, 4, and this is on. He left her just because. So it goes G, 2 and 3, 4. If the octave's too much in your left hand, just play the high one. We go to an F major 7, octave Fs, usual octave Fs, and E, A, and middle C in the right hand. 1, 2, and 3, and a 4, E, and. So you see there's a little fill there. The right hand goes 1, 2, and 3, B, A. 1, 2, and 3, and a 4, E, and. With the swing. Da, 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 to get down. While the left hand, it plays the same rhythm that we play in the first bar. 1, 2, and 3, 4. So you see that happens around each other. 1, 2, and 3, and a 4, E, and. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, E, and. You can keep the pedal down through this. Then we go back to the G. Exactly the same voicing. Same rhythm. You can keep it the same if you want, but there is an extra thing in my arrangement where we go 1, 2, E, and 3, and a 4. So I'm just adding with my index finger the D between the octave Gs as a pickup to the second and third chords. 1, 2, E, and 3, and a 4. But if that's too difficult, you can just go 2, and 3, 4. Then we go to a straight F major chord. Last time we played it with an E with our thumb. This time we're going to play F with our thumb. F, A, C, same rhythm. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Octave Fs with the left hand and pickups on the second and third chords if we can, using the C in between the octaves. 1, 2, E, and 3, and a 4. Back to the same G. 1, 2, E, and 3, and a 4. So that's the same as bar 3 with those pickups. Those pickups are optional if they're too difficult. Just play 1, 2, and 3, 4. That still works. And the final bar of the pre-chorus, we play an E7 chord, octave E's in the left hand. 1, and 2, and 3. We'll put a crescendo through so we get louder. And the 4-note chord, here's middle C. We're going to play E below middle C, G sharp, B, and D above middle C. 1, and 2, and 3. So it goes 1, 2, E, and 3, and a 4, and 1, and 2, and 3. You'll be sorry. Pre-chorus with the vocal goes 1, 2, 3, 4. He left her just because he didn't know just who she was. She said, you'll be sorry that you left me. That takes us into the first chorus. Tempo we're staying the same, but we get quite rhythmic now. So we're back to a straight A minor chord, still with those octaves in the left hand. I'd say if you're not doing octaves, when we get to the chorus, take the lower option. We've been taking the higher option for the verse and the pre-chorus. Now we're going to take the lower option. Otherwise, here we are on those octaves. The right hand is playing A, middle C, and E. And we're going to go 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. And on the or E and, we're going to play the G6 voicing that we play in the verse. That's G, B, and E. It goes 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, E, and. So it goes 1, 2, and 3, and a 4, E, and. So we go A, G. And we're going to F, and we're going to play, if you can, a little pickup with the D there. If that's too difficult, just take it out and go straight to the F. 1, 2, and 3, and a 4, E, and a 1. Both hands together, we go 1, and 2, and 3, and a 4, E, and. So you see when you do the G, that corresponds to the G6 chord. Nice and slow. 1, and 2, and 3, and a 4, E, and a 1. When we go to the F in the left hand, we're going to play a straight F major chord, A, middle C, and F above middle C. 1, and 2, and 3, and a 4, E, and. You'll notice that we're going back to the same G6 chord at the exact same place, and the left hand's playing the same rhythm this time. First bar we went from A to G, we're going F to G. 1, and 2, and 3, and a 4, E, and. We go to a D7 next, so with a little pickup on the C if you can. 1, 2, and 3, and a 4, E, and. With my index finger I'm playing C and then octave Ds. That's C. If that's too difficult to fit in, just go straight to D. 1, 2, and 3, and a 4, E, and 1. The right hand is going to play A, middle C, and F sharp now. 1 and 2 and 3. I'm going to play a little fill and so play the chord 1 and 2 and 3 and then restrike the thumb 1 and 2 and 3 and on beat 4 we play C and our little finger goes G, fourth finger F sharp, 4 E and so 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4 E and 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4 E and the left hander goes 1, 2 and 3 and a 4 and. So you'll notice it goes with the first thumb 3 and a 4 E and the low D comes after them 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4 E and. You might find it easier to be prepped for that little twiddle by playing the F sharp with your fourth finger all the way through. But that does mean you need a strong fourth finger for that. So it is possible either way. Go with what feels more comfortable. 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4 E and. We're going to the F major 7, A, C and E. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Back to that G6 voicing. G, B and E. 1 and 2 and 3 and rest. And that corresponds with that you ain't never gonna get again. While the left hand plays octave Fs, 1 and 2 and a 3 and. So F, 2 and that's D, and then octave G. So 1 and 2 and a 3 and. If you don't want to play that, I'll call that a grace note really. 1 and 2 and a 3 and. Similar to the other grace notes, if that's too difficult, you can play it without 1 and 2 and 3 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and. So the first 4 bars are 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4 E and a 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4 E and a 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4 E and 1 and 2 and a 3 and. We repeat around a very similar thing, but this time we're not going to do the syncopated G6 in the right hand. So bar 1, when we're back to the A minor, left hand's exactly the same. Right hand just plays the A minor all the way through. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And we go to the F. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Now we're going to play the G6, but we're not going to play it syncopated. We're going to play it on beat 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4 E and. So whilst the left hand plays a syncopation, the right hand isn't. 1, 2, 3, 4 and. Then the D7 bar is exactly the same. 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4 E and. As is the fourth bar, which is the F major 7. The only difference is that this time in the left hand we're going to go 1 and 2 and a 3 and. 1 and 2 and a 3 and. So that's the first half of the chorus, the first 8 bars. Hope that makes sense. So now we get to the oh. So chordally we're in the set in a very similar way, but now we are playing a slightly different phrase. So we are playing A minor, so A, C and E, octave A's, 1, 2, 3 and 4 E and. So we play A minor, A minor, A minor, G, not the 6 this time, so G, B and D, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 E and it's long, short, short, long. Then we play F major 7, so A, C and E. We're going to go 1 and 2. So right hand goes 1 and the left hand goes 1, 2, long, short. And then we play the A in our right hand on 2E. 1 and 2 E and a 3. And then we're going to play our little twill here with the E flat D C D E. 1 and 2 and a 3 and a 4 E. 1 and 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E. I'm doing that with my fourth finger again. 1 and 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and. While the left hand goes 1, 2 and a 3 So you see how it comes in with the trill. On the E flat we play F, and when we get to the E we play the G. 1, 2, E and a 3 and a 4 E. Then we repeat the first bar. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 E and. Now we're going to play the F major 7, same voicing, but now both hands are going to go 1 and. Then the thumb in our right hand goes 2 E and 1 and 2 E and 3. Back to the E. 1 and 2 E and 3 and a 4 and 1 and 2 E and 3 and a 4 and. So that's E flat D C B 3 and a 4 and that's a very quick with the E flat D and a 4 and 1 and 2 E and a 3 and a 4 and, while the left hand goes F F D G G. The D could be taken out if you want. 1 and 2 E and a 3 1 and 2 E and a 3 and a 4 and that's the second half of the chorus. So let's play through that second half of the chorus, counting it out. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 E and a 1 and 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 E and a 1 and 2 E and a 3 and a 4 and. So chorus with the vocals. Come from the E7, we go 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. You'll be sorry that you left me, 'cause I'm the best thing that you ain't never gonna get again. Sorry that you left me, 'cause I'm the best thing that you ain't never gonna get again. Oh, are you gonna be? Are you gonna be? Oh, are you gonna be? Are you gonna be? He made her think that it was all only her fault. Well, so that takes us into the second verse. All right, that takes us into the second verse. Second verse is very similar to the first verse, although for the beginning we get a rest from all the octave work in our left hand, and we're just going to play single notes, the higher of the octaves. The chords on the right hand are the same, so it goes 1, 2, 3 and 4. A little bit quieter as well. 2, 3 and 4 E and. With that pick up onto the A still with the E. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and a 3. So we have the movement there. So the right hand's going to go 1, 2, 3 and a 4 E, while the left hand plays single F, 1, 2 and a 3. So we'll do the grace note with the C, a 3, 4, octave F, octave G, 1, 2 and a 3 and a 4 E. So the first 4 bars, a bit softer, single notes, 2, 3 and 4 E and a 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and a 3 and a 4 E. Then we're back to what we did in the first verse with octaves. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 E and a 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 E and. So the last bar is slightly different. Left hand is the same, 1, 2, 3, 4 with the thumb, while the right hand plays A, C and E, 1, 2, 3 and 4 E and. So we play single A and then A and C, 3 and 4 E and. 1, 2, 3 and 4 E and. It's worth knowing pedal wise, I didn't mention this in the first verse, but we're going to restrike the pedal on each chord. 1, 2, 3 and we lift it up when we go to the G and back down again, then lift it up when we go to the F major 7 and back down again, then the same when we get to the G and then the A minor. So moving it on chords. In the chorus I'm not playing any pedal in this bit. No pedal still, no pedal. I do put pedal on when I get to that bit, and I'm putting it on for the long note, so down, up, down, down, up. So it only goes down on like those long notes on beat 1 or beat 4 and. So back to this verse. Let's play through with the vocal. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and he made her think that it was all only her fault. Well, it was faulted from the start. Oh yeah. She told herself it's not as bad as it could be. Pretended she was still happy for too long. And we're into the pre-chorus. Pre-chorus, similar. You could, if you wanted to, play exactly the same up until that you've just learnt from the first pre-chorus up until the E7, which is slightly different. Or if you want it to develop a little bit, there's these couple of little fills. So it starts the same. G major, so G, D, G, and B below middle C. 1, 2, and 3, 4. We're going to hold the little finger down and use our thumb rhythmically in the left hand. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Same rhythm. To the F major 7, exactly the same. A, E, A, and middle C. Octave Fs. 2 and 3, 4. Left hand's going to play this exact same rhythm with the thumb. 1, 2, and 3, 4. This is where we have a little fill. Now, if this little fill is too difficult, you can play 1, 2, and 3, 4, restriking the chord, or you can go 1, 2, and 3, and a 4 E and that's F, middle C, and E, followed by F, B, and D, followed by F, A, and E, and it goes 3 and a 4 E and. So fingering wise, I'm going 1, 3, and 5, 1, 2, and 4, 1, 2, and 5, 3, and a 4 E and, 1, 2, and 3, and a 4 E and you see we've got the thumb in the middle. 1, 2, and 3, and a 4 E and. Then we go back to the G chord. You can play it exactly the same, or you can add the grace note that I'm adding on the D. 1, 2, E and 3, and a 4. And then the F, we go back to the F major 7 with the same fill. So you can play it with the grace notes on the C with your index finger if you want. If that's too difficult, stay on the thumb. F, 1, 2, E and 3. And then back to the G with the grace notes. 1, 2, E and 3, and a 4. Or not if that doesn't work. And then we've got this little staccato thing. We're going to play single note E's an octave below C, 1 and a 2 E and, in triplets. Da 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 da. 1 and a 2 and a. Well, the right hand is going to play a descending line with our thumb, while the rest of the chord stays the same. So our thumb is going to go F F F F E D, ba ba a 2 and a, 1 and a 2 and a. Which is the same as what the vocal goes, while the rest of the chord above it is going to be G sharp, B, and D. 1 and a 2 and a. So you just keep on playing that chord the same above. 1 and a 2 and a. Pre-chorus goes 2, 3, 4. He taught her how to love, but he left her when he'd had enough. Said you'll be, and we're into the second chorus. Second chorus is obviously very similar. Couple of differences, but you, if you want to, you can play it exactly the same. To start off with, we're going to play it like the second half of the first chorus with no syncopated G6. 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4 E and a 1. When we go to the F, we are going to play the syncopated G6 this time. 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4 E and. D7's the same. 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4 E and. 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 E and. That's slightly different in that we're adding a syncopated G6. So it's the same up until beat 3 and. 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 E and. We're going to add that extra G6 on 4 E and. 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 E and. That you ain't ever gonna get again. Repeat that exactly the same. Bar A minor, no push. Then we have the syncopated right hand. So that's exactly the same as the second half of the first chorus there in the last bar. And that will lead us into the middle eight. So let's play through that second chorus. So we go from the end of the pre-chorus, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and you'll be sorry that you left me, 'cause I'm the best thing that you ain't never gonna get again. Sorry that you left me, 'cause I'm the best thing that you ain't never gonna get. Heart is his response. That takes us into the middle eight. Her heart was his responsibility. We soften it up a little bit. We're going to go single notes in the left hand. We're going to start off on a G major chord. G, B and D in the right hand. There's middle C. And a single note G in the left hand. And play that with your little finger in the left hand. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and and that's D, E. And we're going to play that with our middle finger and index finger, because we're going to play F with our thumb. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and a 1. So with the right hand goes 1, 2 and 3, 4 and a 1. And we've got this descending line in the left hand, which is quite nice, although quite difficult. So it goes and a 1 and a 2 and 3 E and 4 and I'd play that thumb, 2, thumb again, 2, 3, 4. Because we're going into the octave Fs after that. So it goes and a 1 and a 2 and 3 E and 4 and 1. So those two bars, just left hand goes 1, 2 and 3, 4 and a 1 and a 2 and 3 E and 4 and 1. So octave F. Slower goes 1, 2 and 3, 4 and a 1 and a 2 and 3 E and 4 and 1. The right hand, let's play 1, 2 and 3 on these chords if we can, because we're going to go to an octave G tremolo. That means we play two notes quickly together. As we're doing the descending lines, we're going to tremolo on those octave Gs. So it goes 1, 2 and 3, 4 and a 1, 2. So you'll notice that I play the chord octave G, B, D and G, play that on beat 1, and then I tremolo the two Gs at either end of that chord. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and a 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 E and 1. Doing that is too difficult, I would just hold it. 2 and 3, 4 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 E and 1. Okay, so just play the G, B and D, hit it on beat 1 and then hold. A heart was his responsibility. And you notice that the vocal kind of follows that same descending line. We get to an F major 7, we're going to play A, middle C and E. We're going to go 1, 2 and 3, 4. So left hand plays octave Fs. If you're not playing octaves, just play the lower one, because that's the end of the descending line. We're going to go 1, 2 and 3, 4. And at the end of this, we play a little phrase. So using our index finger on the B, but keeping our shape, we're going to go. So our little finger keeps on playing the E every time we play the B with our index finger. And we're going to go A, B, C, A, B, B, C, A, B, B, C, A. And that's 2, 3, 4, and a 1 E and a 2 and a 3 E and 4 E and. And then adding that E with the B goes 2, 3, 4 and a 1 E and a 2 and a 3 E and 4 E and. It's easy to just think of it as a phrase, but da-ba-doo-ga, da-ba-doo-ga, da-ga-doo. So linking it to the previous bar goes 1, 2 and 3, 4 and a 1 E and a 2 and a 3 E and 4 E and. While the left hand The bottom note is going to play 1, 2, and 3, 4, while the top note is going to play the semiquaver 4 out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 1, 2, E, and 3, and a 4. And that actually links in. So your thumb comes in the gap of your right hand phrase. 1, 2, and 3, 4. And we just play the little finger twice on beat 4. If that's too difficult to play, just play the bottom one. So we just play it with the E and the B. So that 2-bar phrase, responsibility, 2 and 3, 4, a Y and a 2 and a 3 and. We go back to the same G here, but he didn't know how to hold her. We can play 1, 2 and 3, 4. So you'll notice that's exactly the same, with one difference, that we're playing 3 chords in the right hand on the first bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 and. Slightly different in the right hand now. We're going to play it slightly funky. We go 1 and a 2 and 3, 4, 1 and a 2 and 3, 4. So for the first bar we go 1 and a 2 and 3, 4. With the same rhythm for the second bar, we're going to go 1 and a 2 and 3, 4, which is on the second chord. We're going to play A, B and E rather than A, C and E, while the left hand goes 1. So it plays the usual rhythm just with some grace notes. First bar, holding the little finger and playing the grace notes with the thumb, and second bar, you're playing both notes of the octave. 1. If that's too difficult, you can go 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4. So with hands together goes 3, 4, 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4, and 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4. And that comes off the back of 1 and a 2 and 3 and a 4, and 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4. And we're up to the she said. We're going to play a lower voice in G. Here's middle C, so we're going D, G and B, all below middle C. Usual rhythm, 1 and a 2 and 3 and a 4. The left hand finger is holding down the little finger, and the thumb is playing with the grace notes on the index finger. You know what to do if you're simplifying that. And then, slightly different, E7. We've got an E7, we've got the flat 9, which is the F at the top. Left hand's playing 1 and a 2 and a 3. You'll notice that, and let's play that with our thumb as well. 1 and a 2 and a 3, 4. We're playing the E below that. 1 and a 2 and a 3, 4. At the end of the previous pre-chorus, we go 1 and a 2 and a. Now we're adding beat 3. 1 and a 2 and a 3, 4. While the right hand is just going to play G sharp, B, D and F. Here's middle C. It's a round middle C, and we're going to go 1, 2 and a 3. So it goes 1 and a 2 and a 3 with a swell going through it. So the previous bar on the G goes 1, 2 and 3 and a 4 and 1 and a 2 and a 3 low E. So let's play through that quite slowly, just with counts. So 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4 and a 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 E and 1, 2 and 3, 4. G, 2, 3, 4 and the same. 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and 3 and a 4. G, low G, and then the E says big E. So it goes 1, 2, 3. Her heart was his responsibility. She said, you'll be sorry. So we get to the final chorus, We're going to start off, we play it exactly the same as we played it in the second chorus, but this time the first half of it is up the octave. When we get to the D7 at the top here, the only thing that changes is the left hand isn't going to play the at the end. It's just go 1, 2, and 3, 4. So it's much more shorter and sharper. Then we jump down the octave and play it exactly the same. One thing that we can do here is put in an E movement at the end of that D7 bar. And 2, and 3, and a 4, E. So when it hits the F sharp, we're going to play E. That's optional. If you want to stay on the D, that's totally fine. This is what we normally do with the push. And then the outro, which is the same as the first half of the first chorus. 1, 2, oh. Same. Slight difference here. We're going to hit the F major 7 stabs. You ain't never gonna get again. So F major 7, then G6, 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. And that's how the song ends. So let's play through that final chorus. We've gone and on the E7 flat 9. We're going 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and a 3. You'll be sorry that you left me, 'cause I'm the best thing that you ain't never gonna get again. Sorry that you left me, 'cause I'm the best thing you ain't never gonna get again. Oh, but you ain't never gonna get again. Oh, but you ain't never gonna get again. And that's how it finishes in the clear. Thanks for watching that tutorial. I hope that's helped you learn the song. Stick any questions you have in the comments below, and I will get back to you and answer your questions as soon as I can. Thank you. Bye.